Actually, I came back because he asked me to come back. Ray, I said, we don't have to schedule it. We can do it now. If they are busy here, we can go now to the channel of Young Christian and do it on the channel of Young Christian.
I'm not really available now. I literally just had a bath, so I'm just resting because I went for a very large walk.
You can do it after 1 hour, after 2 hours. No, today, because I'm free now. I'm a busy man. At the moment, I'm free. It's my day, Sunday. Okay? It's Sunday for me. It's 11:30 p.m. Sunday night. I am almost 15 hours ahead of all of you.
That's okay. Well, today is not good for me, but any time next week is absolutely fine. So
I cannot keep the schedule. I'm a busy man. Honestly, I'm a busy man. So I'm free only on Sunday usually. So I'm here now. If you have the time, even 30 minutes, we can do it either now or in the channel of Young Christian.
Well, not as an official debate, but more than happy to have just a short discussion about it. Because
we will have no problem. You have your 3 minutes. I have my 3 minutes, like we did it in the other channel, back and forth. We don't need any moderator. You just run your 3 minutes. I will not speak.
I get your point, but I'm happy for an open discussion now, a debate another time, because I prefer to do a debate when I'm prepared because of the way it's moderated. So I'm happy for an open discussion now, just as a starting point, and then we can organise the debate later on.
Well, Ray, I just came to the stream.
I know.
Because he was asking, and I accepted to say. So if you cannot do it, sorry. So
I get your point, but you've got to look at it on both sides. Don't just look at it from your own side. It's got to be mutually agreed. So I'm saying this is not a good time for me for debate, but happy to debate any time next week. So I'm being incredibly flexible. It's just at this precise moment, I'm not available for a debate. So we have to respect that, yeah?
It's okay. I respect what you are saying. Just join because you are challenging. So I showed you that I don't need to wait for next week. I can do it now.
I get that, but we both have to agree on a date. And if today's not the date we both can agree, let's use a date where we both can agree. Simple. Yeah.
So very simple. So I don't know if we meet some other times next Saturday. If we meet here again, we can discuss. If you cannot do it now, but I wanted to show you that I don't need to prepare myself to talk with you about the Islamic dilemma. I'm willing to do it now if you are free, but you are busy. We cannot do it now, so leave it to some other time.
Not as a debate. I think you need to be careful and listen to me carefully. I said not as a debate, but an open discussion. I can have a brief chat with you now. That's fine.
Okay, we can go to the channel of Young Christian if they are busy here, and we can have a chat together now. I have no problem. Is it okay with you, Young Christian? Johnny?
To have it on my channel?
Yeah, because if this channel want to have it, we can do it here now. If not, if they will wrap it up, we can move to your channel. Or to Ray's channel, I don't mind. Any channel you want, I don't mind.
I'm pretty sure you guys can do it right now. We have only been live for about an hour and...
You ask them, maybe they don't. You ask them, maybe they don't. I don't know. If they want to do it, do it. I have no problem. I'm here.
I'm not sure if Christian, if he agrees, then... Christian projects, floor is yours. What do you say?
Yeah, if since Ray says is up for a short chat, yeah, can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So since Ray and Aladdin said they are up for a short discussion on it, of course they can go ahead. So probably Johnny or Young Christian apologetics can just moderate the whole affair.
But before you start, will you please allow me to have this discussion and put it in my channel, please? Okay? So I'm asking you permission before we start. I will get this part of our discussion, I will transfer it, and I will post it on my channel. Is that okay with you, Christian Apologist Network?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Ray, you said I want to talk about Islamic dilemma. So I'll give you 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. Go. Tell me what you want to say. Go ahead. I will give you the beginning. Please go ahead.
Okay, so all I would say at this early stage is, from my perspective, the Islamic dilemma is simply this: that Islam, in many of its scriptures, confirms the previous scriptures. It confirms the previous prophets and what they said and what they taught and believed. Yet, when we look at the previous scriptures, they are in contradiction to the Quran, and therefore it makes the Quran false. If the Quran is saying the previous scriptures are corrupted, then again that makes Islam false, because it's confirming corrupted scriptures. So either way you look at it, you can't line up the Quran and its teachings to the previous teachings to prove the Quran is true, because the Quran is confirming the previous scriptures. Now, as the Quran is coming later, it's the burden of the Quran, or Islam if you like, to prove that it is confirming the previous scriptures. So it needs to show the scriptures that it's referring to, that it's confirming. If it cannot do that, then it cannot make the claim, which would make it false, because if this is coming from Allah and Allah preserves his word, which he says he does, then there should be no problem for you to demonstrate the evidence of the scriptures that you are confirming if they're also Allah's word, because Allah confirms, I'm sure you would agree, that Allah's scriptures from an Islamic point of view is not just the Quran, but it's also the Torah and the Injil, which is what it's referencing as the previous scriptures.
Can I say something here?
I haven't quite finished, mate. So almost there.
Okay,
So-
no, because I want to ask you a question and you carry on.
Sure. So one second. Let me just finish my sentence, yeah? So that's my position. So that is the burden, because the Quran is coming later to make that claim. It's not the burden of the Christians or the Jews or the previous writers, because it's a later claim on something historic. So it's over to you to prove the previous scriptures are aligned to the Quran. That's it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ray. Can you please mute yourself, because there's an echo from your mic. There's an echo, actually. If you can shut down your YouTube stream and you speak to us from here, so we can talk together at the same time, because you have an echo in your mic. Mr. Ray.
So just go ahead.
Ray, let me tell you something. What you have done, I'm sorry to say that, is copying from David Wood and Avery without even looking into Islam. So all you have done is copy and paste without no knowledge. Now, what you said a while ago,
Sorry,
let me. I did not interrupt you.
No, one second.
No, I did not interrupt. I did not interrupt.
One second. I'm going to say one second.
That's too much now.
Please.
See, this is the issue. I did not.
No.
3 minutes. Let me.
One second.
Okay.
Moderator, can you just
Okay.
listen for a second?
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Ray, you could allow Aladdin to give us 3 minutes, and then when he done, then you could address what he said that misrepresented you. But we'll let Aladdin.
Young Christian, can you have a timer with you, so I will
I can put a timer.
not interrupt.
Yeah.
I did not cut him off. I listened to him completely. But me, after talking in 15 seconds, he jumped all over me. He did not let me even speak, which is unjust. So, Mr. Ray, you should learn how to be patient like I am and listen to me without interruption like I listen to you without any interruption.
I just wanted to make a small
Now
point.
he's
That's all.
interrupting me again. He's
You can
interrupting me.
continue. I just want to make points. I'm only asking one tiny thing. You can carry on. You'll have your 2 minutes still.
Okay. So your question, whenever you're ready, you could speak, Aladdin.
Yeah, just the heads up, this timer.
No. Just don't put timer now. The second round, you start the timer. I don't need 3 minutes right now. What you said a while ago, Ray, you just start by saying Islam confirm previous scriptures. But when we look into the previous scriptures, we find that those previous scriptures contradict. Quran contradict those previous scriptures. Then after that, you said Allah preserved his words, which he does. Now I'll ask you, no, in only 3 minutes, I'm done. Now, when you get the mic, I want you to define for me what is the meaning of previous scriptures according to the Islamic perspective. What is Torah and what is Injil? According to Islamic perspective, not Christian perspective, that brought you to say that Quran confirmed them. That's all I need. Now, can you please start 3 minutes for them? Then after that, 3 minutes for me. I'm done here.
Okay, Ray, on your first word, I'm going to start the timer.
Okay. So, as I say, this is a discussion, so I'm not going to respond directly to the way that you want me to respond. I'm going to just show and express my position. This is how I'm going to do it. The first thing I wanted to quickly mention is I don't want any personal attacks or any ad hominems. So don't tell me where I'm getting my information on or anything about me personally. I will not do the same to you. Just keep it to the facts of the information you're aware of. That would be a much more healthy and respectful conversation. Now, as I said, when it comes to the Quran that confirms the previous scriptures, it's not my burden to tell you what those previous scriptures are. The Quran comes later. It's the burden of the Quran to tell me what those scriptures are that it's confirming. That's the claim the Quran is making. Now, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is those scriptures are the Torah and Injil. If it is, let me know that it's those scriptures. If not, tell me what the scriptures are that you're confirming. And if you can provide some evidence of where we can access these scriptures that the Quran is confirming. If the Quran is going to confirm previous scriptures and Allah preserves his word, for that to be true, you should be able to produce these scriptures. If you cannot produce them, they're not available, that means Allah has failed to preserve his word, which means he cannot be God. So that's where the burden is. I don't have any responsibility of this because it's not our claim. It's the Islamic claim that comes later. If we're making a claim against the Quran, then the burden is on me. That's why I'm saying to you, the burden is you. So you cannot shift this burden back onto the Christians. It's a Islamic responsibility. This has got nothing to do with anybody else's view. This is my own research, my own understanding, my own reasoning and logic based on what I've read of the Quran. The Quran clearly confirms time and time again in so many scriptures that it's confirming the previous scriptures. It also says that it confirms the Torah and the Injil. So please let us know what they are, because that, from what I read of the Quran, is the scriptures in question. If you think it's different, then show me the verse in the Quran, what specific scriptures you're talking about. If it's not the Torah and Injil, if it is the Torah and Injil, I need to see the evidence of the Torah and Injil you're talking about. That's pretty much it. I don't need any more time.
Okay, start. Ray, Ray, that's good. Ray, unfortunately, you ran away from my question and you avoided my question because, if you'll answer the question, you will fall down into my trap. I will repeat my question again. You are the one who brought the claim, not me. You said that Quran confirmed the previous scriptures, not me. So it's you who has to give me the evidence for the claim. I don't need to give you anything. Okay? Now, I will ask you the questions again. I want you to come to the mic in your next round and tell me what is Torah and what is Injil according to the Islamic perspective that the Quran spoke about and the Quran confirmed. Did the Quran confirm the Torah and the Injil, or the Quran was talking about the books in your hands, which you call Bible? I want you to define Torah and Injil for me according to Islam. Number two, you brought another claim. You said that Allah said that He preserved His word. I want you also to present me the evidence where Allah said that He preserved His verse. Allah preserved His words, referring to your books and referring to the Torah and Injil. So now it's your turn to give me the evidence. Then I will discuss with you. So without giving me an evidence, you have no case, you have no argument. You understand? If you go to the court of law and you tell the judge, this man is a killer, he's a suspect, he will ask you the evidence. Without submitting an evidence, he is innocent. He's not guilty. Now, until now, you did not present me any evidence. All you are doing, you are whiffling. You are talking, you are running your mouth without nothing. So when you get the mic again, give me the evidence, so we'll examine the evidence together. Define Torah and Injil according to the Islam. Give me the evidence that the Quran confirm the old scripture, which means the books in your hand, and give me the evidence that Allah said that His words, the Torah and Injil, will be preserved. I'm done here. Give him the rest of my time as a gift for him. I'm done here.
Right. I can see what you're doing. Okay, thanks. So what you're doing here is you're just trying to throw it back. This is a claim from...
One second.
Okay.
Because I messed up here. Oh, great. Hold on. That's my mistake.
No problem.
Fix
Am I
this.
supposed to start? I'm sorry, I'll wait till I see the clock go down.
Whoops. All right, hold on. All right, on your first word, I'm going to start.
Okay.
Wait.
So, yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, you can start. So, when we say that...
Something's not right here.
Okay.
Maybe you can use your cell phone, young Christian. If it's 3 minutes, say stop. If you're gonna do it.
I fixed it. I just need it back on the screen. All right, I fixed it. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I can see it starting now. So, yeah. So, I like the way you're trying to play some kind of ignorance. So maybe you haven't read the Quran. I don't know what the story is. But if you think that the Quran doesn't confirm the previous scriptures, then you're not much of a good Muslim, because that's not something that's under debate. We all agree, every Muslim I've ever spoken to agrees, and there are loads of verses. I'm going to start quoting all the verses. So we've got Surah 3, verse 3, Surah 5, 48, Surah 4, 41, 43, and 381 are just some examples, all confirming the previous scriptures. So there's no, and through verse 3, He has revealed the Torah and the Injil. So again, you can see there's reference to the Torah and Injil. So my understanding is that is the previous scriptures that Allah is referring to. If you think it's different, fine. You just tell me what is the scriptures in these verses that Allah is confirming versus the Quran. What are those previous scriptures? It's what the claim is said by Allah. I am just quoting what Allah is saying. It's not my claim. It's not my case. It's the case of Allah. Allah is saying, He's revealing the book of truth, confirming what was before it, which was also in the hands of the Christians and Jews. So the claim is coming from Allah. You're representing Allah as a Muslim. The burden is on you. I'm not going to spend 1 second trying to prove any evidence of the burden that Allah is quoting. Once you provided the evidence of these previous scriptures, it doesn't matter what my version of the previous scriptures are, because you're not going to accept that. You're only going to accept what Muslims believe is the previous scriptures. That's the burden on you. I'm not going to proceed with any evidence. I just need you to provide the evidence to say, these are the previous scriptures that Allah is referring to. That's what I want. Allah is saying in those verses, those confirming the previous scriptures, I would like to see those verses. Then, of course, there are other verses where Surah 6, 115, 1827, etc., 15:9, there's a number of different verses where it talks about how Allah preserves His word. So, if He preserves His word and the previous scriptures are His word, then that would mean, if it's true, you should be able to provide evidence of those previous scriptures because they would have been preserved. If you cannot find and provide me with the evidence of those previous scriptures that Allah is referring to, then Allah cannot be God because He's failed to preserve His word. That's simply the essence of the debate or the discussion of this argument, because at that early stage, if you can't provide that evidence, then you cannot move any further forward.
Okay, start the time. Ray, you start by saying, place some part of ignorance. So I'll show you how ignorant you are. I'll use your own words. And I'll let you feel full of yourself here. You quote first 3:3 from the Holy Quran, which I'm sure that you never read the Holy Quran, stop lying. You never looked at the Quran. All you have done is copy paste from others and repeat like parrot without knowing what's going in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Imran chapter 3 verse 3 نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه وأنزل التوراة والإنجيل. You see your ignorance here that you don't know that the verse is talking here about the past and present. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about the Holy Quran in the verse, which is the first word in the verse, نزل that means now and future. Grammatically in the Arabic grammars, نزل in regard of the Quran is talking about the present time and the future. When he spoke about the Torah and Injil, he said وأنزل. That's past tense, which means it's not the one with the Jew and Christian during his time. It's about the one that was in the time of Jesus and the one that was in the time of Musa alayhi salam. So therefore your ignorance in the Arabic language and the Arabic grammars expose you here. You don't know what is the difference between past tense, present and future. This verse actually is an evidence that what they had in their hand is corrupted. Because when Allah spoke about it here, he spoke about the Torah and Injil in past tense, not present. Number two, which you are ignorance of as well, all verses spoke about the Torah and the Injil in the Holy Quran. Allah mentioned them in the past tense. He never spoke about them in present and future. So that's a solid evidence what was with them is corrupted. Because if Allah wanted to talk about what was with them during the time of Prophet Muhammad, Allah will say Anzala about the Torah and Injil, like he said about the Quran Anzala, which means past, present, and future. But Allah chose to speak about the Torah and Injil past tense, not in the present and future, which means not the one in their hands. So this verse that you quote is actually not a confirmation, it's a condemnation, it's an affirm that they corrupted the book. So this is what happened because you don't read Islamic sources and read it. I mean, what you are doing, you are reading the Holy Quran in a Christian context to suit your needs, but you never look into the Holy Quran. So my advice to you to do it. Now, I want you to bring me each verse by one. Don't throw me numbers like this. Now, you spoke about Allah preserving his words. Show me what does it say that in the Quran. Don't give me numbers. I want you to show me the verse. I want you to read me those verses. So I'll open it with you and I will read it. Don't give me numbers. 5, 10. It doesn't work. I need you literally to give me the verse, to prove to me that you really looked into the Quran. Okay? I'm done.
Ray, you can start your response.
Okay, so I did ask you at the very beginning, I actually can't remember your name now, but so apologies there. But I would ask you to stop with the ad hominems. Don't tell me what I'm doing and I'm copying and pasting and all this. It's your opinion. You have no evidence or proof of this. Just keep it respectful. That's what I would ask. So could you do that going forward? That would be appreciated. So it looks like, as I said, you're ignorant in the sense that you're not knowing the scriptures that we're talking about. I thought you would know these scriptures, so I'm going to read them out. You seem to be unaware of them. Very common, this is for the argument. So let's look at Surah 5, for example, verse 43. It goes on a bit, but we'll read from verse 43 anyway. For what has come to you the judge that already you had the Torah containing Allah's judgment, and then they turn away. They are not the true believers. We have revealed the Torah containing guidance and light by which the prophets have submitted themselves to Allah. So this is talking about the Torah at the time. This is obviously during the 7th century. This is what we're talking about. And this is the revelation of the Torah that was there. And then there's the other verse that we mentioned in 3 verse 3, where it talks about, I can read that one out to you as well. Let's quickly read that one out to you, as you seem to be unaware of it. Is that I have revealed to you, this is direct translation from the Quran, from the Arabic. He has revealed to you, O Prophet. This is in your website, by the way, in Quran website, not any other website, not a Christian position. Just reading out the Quranic position from your Quranic verses with the English translation, which reads, He has revealed to you, O Prophet, the book of truth, confirming what came before it. He has revealed the Torah and Injil. So now we get some facts here. This is nothing to do with a Christian position. It's nothing to do with my position. It's purely what I am quoting to you what Allah is saying. As you're not aware of these verses, I've read them out to you now. It clearly says confirming the Torah Injil, which was revealed to you, which came before it. So all I'm asking is, where's the evidence of this Torah Injil that Allah is talking about? Allah is making the claim that he's confirming these books. So please, the burden is on you to provide the evidence of what these books are. Once we see what we have as your evidence, we have our understanding of the Torah Injil from a Christian position, but I know you're not going to agree with our position. That's fine. It doesn't matter whether you agree what we call the Torah Injil. What does matter is what Allah is confirming. So if this verse and many other verses are true, you have to show the evidence of it.
Okay. Oh, wait, I gotta stop it. All right. No Christian apologetics. Can you continue to moderate? Because I really need to go and eat. And yeah.
Okay. Let me...
If you look up online timer, you should find this right here.
Can you pass him the timer?
Would you take over? Would you take over? I think I'm kind of busy.
I'll just let me just share this.
As soon as I know you got it, I'm gonna head out because I just need to eat. And
Why don't you say at least you're trying to improve your skills as a moderator? Just say for another 20 minutes, maybe.
No.
Johnny, so you can improve your skills as a moderator. That's good for you. That's good experience for you, Johnny, not for me.
Okay.
it would be a good experience for me to also eat because I have not eaten today.
No problem. You can eat while you are moderating. It's very easy. Just bring it and eat your sandwich. Simple as that. It's not difficult.
Okay.
And
All right. Okay. Just how many rounds that you want to go, Aladdin?
Actually, as long as they want to do it, I don't mind. Even though if you want to keep it until tomorrow morning, I have no problem. It's almost 12 a.m. here in my place.
Okay. Yeah. We're not gonna do. Maybe we do like.
head out now. I'm gonna listen on YouTube. So God bless you guys.
Yeah. See. So maybe if we do like a 2 more rounds, and then we're not gonna take it long because I know it's very late on your side. Sounds good? Tomorrow.
No, don't worry about me. Even you want to keep it for another 10 hours, I'll not sleep. It doesn't matter to me. It's okay. Don't worry about my time. It doesn't matter.
We're not going to do that to you. It is late on your side. All right. So, Aladdin, then when you want to start, I'll start the timer.
Yeah, I'm ready. Start, please. You see, your Babim Ray, you are not listening to me. What you are doing, you're still reading the Holy Quran in Christian context. You read the verse, the translation for the meaning of the verse, then you give your own interpretation that suits your needs as a Christian. You see, you brought it out of your own mouth. You said, what came before it? So what is the meaning of before it? Before it, that means not what's with them. That was during the time of Moses and Jesus, peace be upon them. You brought it out of your mouth. I answered you. I don't need to read the English, actually. I'm an Arab, and I'm reading the Arabic, alhamdulillah. And I've read it to you, chapter 3, verse 3. And I explained it to you, what is the difference between nazzala wa anzala, grammatically, and what does it mean according to the Arabic grammar. But seems to be, all you are saying, it seems to be that you do not know those verses, you never heard of them, you are playing this game with me. Which you are not, I'm willing to teach you Islam and Christianity, both of them together. And I know both of them more than you. And those brothers here know that. So when you hear me saying something, write notes like what I'm doing here and refute the words that comes out of my mouth. But you fail to do that. I explained three to you, and I told you what's the difference between nazala and anzala. But you never listen to that, and you never try to refute this. Number 2, you spoke about what? What else did you speak? Chapter 5, verse 43. Let me tell you something. I will read in Arabic. I don't need your English. Okay, في يحكمونك وعندهم التوراة فيها حكم الله ثم يتولون من بعد ذلك وما أولئك بالمؤمنين. That's the verse they quote. Subhanallah, what you are doing here, you quote text out of context to suit your needs as a Christian. Because in verse 41, Allah said explicitly, read the context. Allah said explicitly, just a couple of verses before, that the Jew perverted and distorted and corrupted the words of God. Just read 2 verses before it. Clearly, explicitly said, Jewish corrupted the book of God. They distorted it. taking them out of their proper context in order to distort their meaning. The verse here doesn't talk about the Torah in general, as those Christians who learn from claim. This verse is talking only about the punishment for adultery. Group of Jewish rabbi came to Prophet Muhammad and they asked him about the punishment for adultery. They wanted to examine Prophet Muhammad, trying to prove that he is a false prophet. Prophet Muhammad replied to them, how is it that you came to me for judgment while you have such law still in your books? And until nowadays, it is in the Torah, the corrupted Tanakh. So when you talk to someone like me, you are talking to a learned person. You are not talking to a kid that you can fool. Now, I want you to present me the evidence where it says Allah reserved the words of the Torah and Injil from the Quran. Where does it say that? As you claim. The pardon is in you because you brought the claim, not me. The verses you quote, I answered them. I'm done.
Okay. All right, Ray.
I don't think this is going to go very far because he's just completely ignoring everything I'm trying to say and just going back and throwing out homonyms in my direction. So I don't think it's a very, very good way that he's presenting himself at all. I think it's a very poor method. The verses are absolutely clear. When you go back in verse 5 and verse 41, yes, it talks about some form of distortion, but it's talking about with their tongues. It's not saying specifically with the text. But the important point is this. Whichever way you want to interpret it, at the end of the day, the Torah and the Injil are Allah's words. Unless he wants to claim they're not Allah's words, let him say that they're not Allah's words. He won't be able to do that because he'd be lying against the Quran and he's not allowed to do that. So that's his first issue. Let's see if he says that. And if he's saying that it's confirming the previous scriptures, again, what is the previous scriptures he's confirming? Now, if you're saying there's some corrupted verses or whatever, that's fine. I'll grant you there may be some corrupted verses somewhere, but what is the ones that you're actually confirming? Because if you can't provide the evidence, the claim doesn't stand on anything. That's my point. That's that simple. So any other ad hominems or other opinions is all kind of irrelevant. The burden's not on me at all. I'm not going to defend any claim. I'm not making a claim. I'm just quoting the claim from Allah. That's all I'm doing. I'm not putting my claim. I'm just looking at the claim of Allah that he says that he's confirming the previous scriptures, which appears to be the Torah and Injil. Help me out and understand what this Torah and Injil that you're claiming to confirm, that Allah's trying to confirm. And let's see the evidence of it to see whether this holds to water. Because if it doesn't hold to water, then that's why the Quran is false, because it's making a claim that's not true. It hasn't confirmed previous scriptures. And yes, it does preserve, it does say in the verse I mentioned, that it does preserve his word. And I'm sure you would agree that Allah would preserve his word. So why would you think for 1 second he cannot preserve his word? So that again is an erroneous statement. So if we know that Allah being God, if this is the true God, he will be able to preserve his word. He's confirming the previous words, and he even goes one stage further in Surah 1094, that if Muhammad is in any doubt with the Quran, he goes back to the previous people that were reading the previous scriptures to see for their confirmation. So that's how much the previous scriptures are being appreciated and respected. So all we need to do is to say, okay, if that is what the Quran is claiming, let's have the evidence. I don't think there's any more discussion. If he doesn't provide the evidence, I don't think this could go any further. That's simple as that. That's all I've got to say.
Okay, let's see. Aladdin, maybe you have your last 3 minutes.
So this last, no more, that's the end? He will not speak again? We cannot have one more round?
You want to have one more round? I don't mind.
You ask him. I don't mind. 2, 10 rounds. I don't mind.
No, I don't want any more rounds. If he's not going to provide the evidence of the previous scriptures, there's no point. It's just no point.
Okay. Now, start the timer. Ray, I appreciate you running away. You don't want to continue the discussion. That's really good of you. What you have done here, you just exposed, with all due respect to your ignorance in the Quran, claiming that you've read the Quran. You asked me what is the Torah and Injil that the Quran confirmed. And I answered you when I quote 3:3, and I told you that was the one being revealed to Moses during his time and to Jesus during his time, not to the one in your hands. But you are not listening to me. I'm sorry, your comprehension is very slow. And I asked you to present me where does it say that Allah preserved. I didn't talk about the words of Allah. Where Allah said that He preserved the words of Allah in the Torah and Injil. Where does it say that in the Quran, Torah and Injil? But you failed to present that as well. Now again, you are playing a game and you are quoting chapter 10, verse 94. Where Allah said, فَإِن كُنْتَ فِي شَكٍّ فِيمَا أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ فَاسْأَلِ الَّذِينَ يَقْرَؤُونَ الْكِتَابَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ, up to the end of the verse. You see here, they lied to you when they told you that we need to ask those people of the Christian and Jew. The verse here is telling Prophet Muhammad, if you are in doubt concerning what we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the books before you. The question is, was Prophet Muhammad in doubt? The answer is no. Did Prophet Muhammad ask them anything? The answer is no. Ask them about what? Answer is, ask those who became Muslims from among the people of the book and they accepted Islam after they realized that you were mentioned in their books. You were prophesied in their books. And he was referring to this to Abdullah bin Salama, one of them. Now, Prophet Muhammad says clearly in hadith sahih, and authentic hadith, Wallahi la ashuk wa la asal, which means Prophet Muhammad said, I swear by Allah, I do not have doubt or ask. Now, what you lack here, the answer is in verse 104. Therefore, you are not reading the Quran. The answer for verse that you quote 1094, you go all the way to verse 104. In verse 104, Prophet Muhammad is answering them that I was never in doubt and I will never be in doubt. As a matter of fact, you are in doubt in your own religion and doubt in my religion. So you are the one who has doubt, not me. This is the answer for you in verse 104. Now, regarding the words of Allah, I will educate you here. Allah says 4 times, nobody can change the words of Allah. In those 4 times, if you read the context also, Allah was talking about the Holy Quran. Never ever mentioned Torah and Injil. It was not even mentioned nearby those verses in the context. But you are not reading the Holy Quran. You listen to those parrot and you copy and bring here whatever you hear from them. So please, my friend, make yourself a favor, hold the Quran and read the Holy Quran for yourself and make sure what they are telling you is true or false. So you don't need to make fool of yourself. I hope that you learn something here. Thank you very much for having me. God bless you all. I'm done with this. So no need to continue anything. Don't say anything else. It's over, right? Thank you very much.
That's fine. That's over. I think you've only insulted yourself, to be honest. I don't see you proving anything, and I don't see this being of any fruitful benefit.
It's over. It's over. You don't talk about it.
Yeah. You can insult me all you like, and that's all you've been doing. That's all you've been doing. So I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting your behaviour. It's unacceptable. I'm sorry, you just can't do that. So you're just highlighting your position and how disrespectful you want to be as your way to argue through. You never provide the evidence of anything. You're just saying
the debate is over. It's really speak over the
you're right. It's over. So,
the debate is over. Why are you talking?
That's right. So that's fine. So you don't have to insult me anymore. You can go away now. It's fine. You don't have to insult me. I won't debate you because you're not worth debating. So that's good enough. So
I'm the starter.
Yeah, and I think you need to read the Quran because you obviously don't know it. Like,
no, Ray. Don't tell me to read the Quran. I memorize.
You can see how this works.
Why did you mute me? Okay, you mute him as well. I'm sorry.
Okay, so thanks for the conversation. I appreciate Ray. Now then, for discussion, there's no need to argue and insult each other.
No, I did not. I am sorry.
That's not
I do apologize. I do apologize. You see, I'm saying it now live. I do apologize if he said that I insulted him. That was not my intention. I used the same words that he used. He said you are ignorant of using that, so I used the same word, ignorance. So using the words that came out of his mouth.
So if he was a lot more than just ignorant, a lot more than.
I'm telling you, if I offended you,
Don't lie.
I'm telling you, I'm sorry if I offended you. Can you hear me?
So it's not ignorant there. That's not an issue. It's the other insults you make. The absolute personal insults is what I'm talking about.
I said your comprehension is very slow, and this is fact. Because you really didn't answer what I was saying. I answered you, but you kept saying I did not. And you kept repeating the same question. So I said, I am sorry. With all due respect to your comprehension is very slow. Because I answered your question 3 times. But you never listened.
You never answered once, mate. I asked for the evidence of this Torah Jill. I'm still waiting for it.
It's over. It's over. This is going nowhere. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us with you. God bless you. I appreciate that. God bless.
No problem. Christian,
and I ask you, Permission again, please. I'll post this on my channel. I hope you don't mind. I asked your permission at the beginning. Okay? Thank you very much. God bless. Thank you.
Do what you want.